Okay, so for this video we're gonna be removing these both sides of the variable valve timing sprockets compartment, and we're gonna take out all of these 10 on the side of each, and I'll have to remove this engine mount and this engine mount and maybe this to get enough access to get my hands back there to remove this side of the PVT sprocket. And I'll be sealing it with this, and also I'm replacing the serpentine belt. The serpentine belt, as you can see it down there, is completely trashed. I'll take it out when I have enough space, but also have to support the engine from the bottom. That's why I have the jack. I'll put a piece of wood underneath the engine and put some support under there while I remove these two engine mounts. So that's gonna be the video for today. I'll get started. So for this video I'll be replacing the serpentine belt. It's an Ultima 2007, and I'll try to do or remove as least as possible. I don't know if you can see it, but down there is my belt. It ripped completely apart, and I'm seeing that I have a leak in the power steering servo hose. I'll see if I can replace that later, but for now my car is not drivable and I'll have to replace the serpentine belt, and I'll take care of this leak later, and also these BBT sprocket compartments. I'll replace that and reseal it with this. That's gonna be in a later video. So this is the part number of the serpentine belt, and I'll be replacing it right now. I'll remove the passenger wheel, and that's about it, because I need space to handle the belt from underneath without removing anything that you see up here. So I'm not using a jack stand, but I did put another jack for support, and this is how it looks. You'll have to remove, you better use a jack stand, by the way. This is or I'll have to remove this cover here. Take those rivets out and open that side, because you'll need the space to replace your belt. I'll show you how next. So after you replace this cover, this is what you get. Put there. And this is the aftermath of my belt getting ripped to pieces because of the oil it got from the power steering pump, because there's a hose that is leaking. I'll take care of that later, but in order for me to have the car drivable, I need to replace the belt. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have it right here, right there. Right. So I'll just clean up a little bit with some brake cleaner, and then replace the belt. Back to the video. I got a jack stand now. So as I'm checking this, most of the pulleys, they seem to be okay, but I found out that this pulley for the power steering pump is stuck with these threads, so I'll have to untie it and see if the pump is free, because otherwise the new belt will not sit well if it's still stuck with the remainings of the belt that got ripped to pieces. Okay, so super bad news. I have a damaged power steering pump and it's leaking bad. I'll see what I can do, but this is not looking good. I'm looking to replace it. As you can see, all of the pump is emptying out right here. And now I'm looking to a whole lot more power. I empty the power steering reserve using this in a little bottle. I pulled out as much as I could, but I still need to remove some hose to completely empty the power steering fluid. Most likely this hose to get it all out, but this is how it turned out, and it's really bad. I'm now looking at replacing the power steering pump, not just the serpentine belt. I'll continue on with this. This is the tensioner. I'll remove that and then I'll get to the power steering pump bolts to get it out too. So after I remove this pulley, now I have access for these two bolts. I'll show it. This bolt and this bolt to remove the tensioner bracket, and then to start getting spacing for the working in the pump. This is all the mess that was stuck in the power steering pump. Okay, so quick update for the power pump to come out right now. I'll need to get this bolt. I'll point to it with the screwdriver. That one. Need to get this bolt. Yeah, that one. And this one off so that the pump can detach from the brackets and then come out. And I believe I also need to get this one. Maybe this one I'm lucky and I don't have to get it out because that's the bracket too. But the two in the back that I just showed, that for sure has to come out. Continuing on with the video. If you wanna get the pump out, keep in mind that you need to disconnect this hose right here, this clip and that hose right there. You need to disconnect it. You'll take out the pressure sensor here like I did. It's right there, the connection, you can see it right there. Okay, and this fat bolt needs to come out. That's the one holding the two hoses that you see, the one with the power steering pressure sensor and the other hose that goes up to the reservoir. This is the one that when disconnecting this big bolt, that's gonna take a bracket. It's gonna open both holes for the two hoses. But for the pump to actually come out, you need to disconnect this hose right there, the one I'm pointing with my finger, the one that goes up to the reservoir. So do that first before you do these two screws to get the pump out. I just wanna show real quick. This is the little trick that I'll use with 24, because I don't have any bigger range than 24. The biggest one I tried was 22 and it cannot get it. I also have another, this one right here. This one has done the job before, but it's hard because there's no space for fitting in there. So I'll do this. Like I said, this is a little trick because this is some new tools that I got lately. So I'll set it right there. After you set it right there, now you have the head to work on it with a wrench. So that's what I'll do right now, and wish me good luck. I'll get it out. Okay, as you can see, I took out these two bolts, the ones I said from the back, and here we have this bracket and this bolt, which is a 13, and I took it out almost completely, and this is what the pump is looking like. So hopefully, wish me luck, I think it's gonna come out soon. Update on the power steering pump. I had to remove the 10mm bolt that is back holding the hose for these holes back there, so that I can pull the pump out and remove this with the power tool, because it was impossible from down here. I don't know how, it was really tight. So this is the pump right now, and it came out with the bracket, this and this, that now I'll have to remove and place it on this new one. But I guess it might be easier to do it from here than inside the car, because getting the brackets off of the pump from with the car, with the pump still attached to the car, is super hard. I think they have these holes to do that, but there is no space. If you see here, it is so tight with this wall that you don't have space between the engine and the pump. So this is the best way I have removed it, I think, thus far. But I have done it before with the removal of the brackets before I pull the pump out. But either way, guys, this is a nightmare. Be prepared if you want to tackle this job. It's pretty hard. It's very windy, you can see. Another update, these holes, you see this hole right here? That's for this, which is a Torx, I don't know what number, but this little pipe right here that connects to the hose that goes to the reservoir needs to be removed from here, from the old pump, and placed in the new one. Also, I'm removing the bracket and placing it on the new pump. There's the holes for doing that, so that's just an update. I use this little toy to remove these bolts really quick. So it's gonna be this goes here, this and this right here, and this is how you get the bracket switch from one pump to the other. You align the bolts like that, and then back, the bolts go back into their respective places. Just tighten them, and you are set to go back and place the pump in place. Another quick update. So I was trying to square this like that, and it was not aligning with the 1, 2, and 3. So what you need to do here is just move it like this, like a triangular shape, and that's how you're gonna get it aligned correctly. Because you might think that these holes in the corners is for the bracket, but it's not. Actually, the pump has some holes for these bolts that you see in the corner right there. That's why you will not be able to align it like you think it's gonna be square, but it's not. If you look at it, it's triangular. It's not straight like that, but it's like a triangle. So keep that in mind, and that's how you align it. Okay, I'll do it before I cut this video. This clip right there, that's one hole. This is the other, and this one, yeah, right there, right there. That's how it is aligned. So just be patient. Take your time. Put the 3 bolts back. This is what you wanna use. You don't wanna use one of these because this will slip off of your hands really quick and gonna strip the bolt. So this is what you wanna use, which is not gonna slip at all, and you can put a lot of pressure on it. So I wanted to show the size so that you can get it. This is I use it. So luckily I had this kit with this pump, spare pump, and I'll replace it right now. And I just want to mention this O-ring. These O-rings are gonna be for this and this. I'm sorry, for this and this. And the rubber O-ring that you see here is gonna be for this piece, which you took out of your old pump from here, and you'll place it here. See where the screw goes? This one. Just want to emphasize, I was talking about this because if you don't replace the rubber O-ring, you're gonna have a leak on this side, and you don't want to leak. You don't want leaks anywhere after you do this job because it's very hard and extensive. Okay, this is one of the old washers. You wanna have your pump back like this, and the washers I wanted to explain. This is the part that goes into the pump on this hole right here. It's gonna be threaded, this bolt, and this washer needs to go like this, one on this side and the other on this one. And then once you have it like this, you want to start threading the bolt into the pump, and take your time because this is kind of stressing, but you'll need another hand if you can, and have the pump position in a good place and start threading it. After that, you're gonna want to have it really tight. I might give you the torque in the video, but I wanted to explain that part. That's how the washers go. See? Okay, I wanted to explain this. This little nipple right here is gonna go into this side of the pump right here. This little nipple right here. I wanted to explain that before I start threading. This have to sit here and in this position. So like I was saying, it's not something easy. It's a little stressing, but take your time. Right now I started to thread. Back to the video. This is what I was talking about. This needle nipple needs to go into this place, and that's how as you can see, 1 and 2, that's how the washers need to be placed also. So take your time and be patient, you're gonna make it. Update. Now I have replaced the pump. It's right there. So I already installed the new one. And right now what I need to do is to put the hose back in its place. This hose that maybe you can see it up there is it's not in place. Do you see it? This is the place where it goes, and that's the hose with the clip. So I need to put this black hose on top of this silver nipple or whatever, and after that, this hose that goes with the power pump pressure sensor is to be tightened. Ouch. Back here with the number 10, you see that little piece right there? That's a number 10 with this. That's what I have to tighten back there for everything to be back, and for me to be able to now place the serpentine belt and reload the system. with power steering fluid. That's what I'm gonna do. So the hose is back in its place, the bracket is back in its place. Now I'll put this pulley for the tensioner back in there, and then I'll be able to put the belt in. So right here, what I did was I went clockwise this way with the tensioner. As you can see, I put a screwdriver back there. That's for holding the tensioner in its place, so that it allows me space for placing the serpentine. But I'm explaining right now. You go clockwise like this, and then you hold it with something, and after you have placed the belt, then you just let go of the tensioner. That's how it works. Okay, this is pretty critical time. So what I'll explain here is I'm putting the serpentine belt back, and what you want to do is, this is what you're doing, is place the serpentine belt over the power steering pump, and then you can slide it behind this one like this, and you want to also grab that one right there, the alternator, and then this is gonna be underneath this side on here, and from here I'll explain later, but the idea is to start placing it in the grooves on each side like this, and the alternator, and then the AC compressor, and these are just pulleys for this side to slide on, and I'll explain later because I'll place it right now. So maybe you cannot see everything, but I'll try to show it. It's over the alternator, AC compressor, this pulley, there's another pulley on top. This is the power steering pump, and this needs to be over this one like that, but this is the tensioner, so I need to pull it down to get this over here. So I'll do that, and that's the last part. Everything here needs to be in its grooves, nice and sitting like that, you see. And then you just do the last part. Is gonna be the tensioner. You pull the tensioner with your tool like this, and once you pull this down, then you put the belt over. You're gonna hold it, actually you're gonna hold it over here, if I can show it. Hold it right there, and then ponle el desarmador, and then I can, right there, yeah, you hold it right there, and after that you come and you place the belt over. But I'll use another tool smaller than this because this is interrupting me for doing it. Well, I'll find a way. Show you guys every step of the way. I had trouble with the screwdriver, so I slided the belt on top of the socket that I'm using to pull the belt, the tensioner, I'm sorry. Now I pull on the tensioner, and I have to slide the belt con la mano. No. Yeah, slide it on top of the pulley. That's the last part. So as I was showing, I ran out of memory and it got cut off, but I have the belt now in place. As you can see, I let go of this after I push it in, and everything in its grooves. So up here, that's the alternator right there, and this pulley goes underneath, and right there on top of the power steering pump, and that's about it. I'm trying to show everything so that you can do it yourself. If you like these videos, please like, comment and subscribe. It helps me so much. I'll continue on, and now I'll close everything, put this plastic cover back here, uh, put the reservoir back in its place, maybe put the engine cover on, and then fill this up and start up the car and see how it goes. Back to the video. So we put the tires back, one tire, engine cover back on. This is the ATF that I'm gonna use for the power steering. If you did not know, this ATF automatic transmission fluid is also good for the power steering, at least for this car. It's an Altima 2007 3.5, and I'm gonna fill up the power steering fluid reservoir, fill it up, and then start the car for the system to start getting full again. That's it right now. To start, I filled it up like that. I'll start it real quick, and it's gonna start circulating the fluid into the system, so I have to turn the car really quick off, turn it off really quick so that it don't start swallowing air. So right now I'll start the car, and the steering wheel is gonna start acting up because it don't have power steering fluid, but it's gonna start making noises, so watch out. Right there. Turn it off really quick and continue again to fill it up and then start it. So right now it's making a little noise, but the steering wheel is already moving, and this noise that you hear is the air in the system. So you need to move the steering wheel back and forth like this, maybe not so hard, maybe a little slow, until you stop listening to noises. And you need to have the power steering reservoir cap off so that the air can leak out of the system. That's about it, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe. See you in the next one. So this is just a review. The reservoir is open so that it can leak all of the air from the system. The car is just idling, and as you can see, that's the serpentine belt. This was a successful job. Just need to clean up a little bit. Thank you for watching. So there you go, guys. Power steering is good, no more leaks, and the serpentine belt is in good shape now. It's a new serpentine, so I should not be worrying about not being able to drive the car no more. And that's it. New power steering pump, serpentine belt, gone, run.